What's up, broskies? Given what happened on the last episode, I think we should take this apart and actually see what's going on inside. Perhaps we'll be able to see why the sound changes by observing it. Alright, it's like there's some screws here on the back. Little bastard's pretty hard to get out. And the other one. There we go. And see if it comes off this time. Perhaps I'll have to take off the front bezel thing. Oh, excellent. Doesn't really help us seeing the step motor really that much. What about this top plate here? I wonder how we get this off. Let's just try prizing it off with a flathead. Oh. Better, that worked better than expected. Indeed. Oh. I suppose this is the... Let's see. This thing's interesting. Looks like the read and write heads are in the middle between those things. Anyway, here's the step motor. I wonder what happens when we turn it. Can we turn it? Well, let's plug it in and see what happens. So let's just write a program, well, modify our previous program, as we do, to just have it go in one direction, and then we'll see what happens to the step motor and the stuff it's connected to. So we can just change this. And let's just have it go in this direction, whatever it is for the moment. Upload that. Let's turn our power supply on. It turned a little bit. Let's turn it back the other way then. Set this to high, make it go in the opposite direction. Upload. Turn the power supply on. The head moved a bit. Alright. Let's turn it back the other way and see what happens. That's weird. When we had it set to low before, it should have gone forward. But it isn't, for some reason. How interesting. What happens if we try to move this head by hand? Maybe we'll try pulsing the stepper motor at a much slower rate. Alright, that made it go upward. Just the high. That also made it go upward. That is odd. That is very odd. Let's try rotating the stepper motor by hand. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Yeah, I'm rotating it by hand, and the head is going forward, slowly but surely. Maybe it just got stuck. Let's try this. Currently have it set to do something. I don't know, both times they went straight upward. There we go. Now it's going backward, but it seemed to oscillate a bit before that. Let's switch it back. Now, we should expect it to go this way. If it doesn't, that's really, really weird. What? I'm not sure if there's something wrong with this Floppy drive, but let's give it some hope. What? Bashing it doesn't help. Well, instead of taking it low with our microcontroller, let's just connect it directly onto ground and see what happens. Alright, so that's making it go that way. Now we'll connect it onto ground. And now it's going that way. Take it off, and it eventually gets around to going that way. Although, some weird shit is happening. Sometimes it's just like not going back properly. It looks like sometimes it's getting stuck. Like there. And that's kind of cool. Alright, so we determined that the microcontroller is doing something weird. Or I messed up somewhere. Let's try taking the pulse thing off as well. Connecting it to ground. Oh yeah. That's weird, because when I touch it to ground, right? Yeah, you see, I'm just like alternatingly putting these onto ground to see what happens, and it appears it's getting stuck quite a lot. So maybe this floppy drive is broken and the microcontroller is doing something weird. What I also find interesting is that it's actually stepping lots of times when I touch it to ground. I'm not sure if that's just because it's contacting and stopping contacting a lot when I touch it, or if it just keeps on stepping if you have it connected. But that would be a bit weird if it was like that, I think. Yeah, you see, I've connected it directly on now without holding it, and it's not doing anything anymore. So that makes sense. Alright. Well, let's connect this back onto our microcontroller. We'll set the frequency up really high. And we'll control which direction it is by just using this lead, which I have connected onto the direction pin. Make sure to turn the power supply off before we upload. Alright, turn it back on. Alright, here we go. Now it should go very fast towards us. That's pretty funny.
It seems the chassis is moving around a bit when I do that. It's having a harder time going back than going up than going forward. Yeah, so maybe this floppy drive is dodgy. I think I'm gonna have to get another floppy drive to test this properly on. Because it should be the same speed either way. Alright, well, I'll be back with a different floppy drive.